I'm going to be building another airbag. I know I haven't been building a lot, but today I am because it's been raining out. As you can see outside there, it's raining. We're supposed to get more today. It's too wet to do anything outside, so I'm bored, so I'm deciding to build another airbag. Which I'm going to deploy. Where it's sit right here. Right here, this is from a 2004 Chevy Blazer, S10 Blazer. See, as you can see, it's seamless, which means you can't see the seam, just a little bump, and stuff. I built this out of paper plates and duct tape. There is 3 paper plates down here because sometimes these airbags, when they deploy, they have a kick and they break through the back. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to minimize the chance of that doing it by putting 3. Then I put duct tape on the back too and inside. And then the cover, I used paper plates. As you can see, right here in the middle there's a seam which will break. You sort of see a bump. That's the seam where they'll deploy. I wrote the words like the airbag, the horn, and then the Chevy logo on there before I did a seam. So the seam goes actually down in the middle of that. So when that breaks, half will be on one cover, the other half will be on the other cover. This is from S10 Blazer. So yep, I'm going to be doing my next video. Keep tuned. That's going to be from a 1995 Chevrolet Blazer. This is from a 2004. So that'll look a little bit better. That has a seam outside. These are called seamless because the seam's on the inside. You just see a bump. My other airbags, like my Ford Windstar, the Chevrolet Express, and then some of my other airbags. For example, my Ford Windstar was seamless. That airbag, that was one of their first airbags ever built that were successful on these. So yep, here, let me go get the vacuum cleaner up. Make sure it works. Perfect. Let's see if it works. I hope it works. We're going to see when that happens to it. I'm going to put the deployment tube into the bag. These are, the covers are held together. The seam is just like a real airbag, because when this rips, the poker didn't break. That broke a little bit, but that'll work. But see, there's a seam right down the center. You sort of can't see it from camera, which is good, but alright. Let's get everything out. Here it goes. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah! As you can see, you heard that ripping of that seam when it went off. As you can see, it went off just as designed. It went off just as designed. You heard the ripping sound come out of the seam. See? This is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's starting to deflate instantly. See? It ripped good. Let's see the aftermath. This one cover didn't fade. This one cover didn't open fully, but that's okay. See? It looks like that. And stuff, see? Looks like that. So, yep. You heard the cover, ripping cover. Now this airbag is officially trashed, which means you can't put this cover together. But as you can see, it looks like this. in real life, this is all you would see. This is all you would see because, as you can see how it's crumpled up in there. And this is all you would see, but then when you are doing it, then you would see the cover. Then you would see the cover. As you can see, there's a clean cut. It means no shrapnel. And you can see right there was the seam. Right here was the seam mark, and as you can see, it ripped apart the, as you can see, it ripped right through it. It means the Chevy, part of the Chevy logo. It ripped right through the horn part, and the Chevy logo, and then the airbag. So it says AI instead of AI or BAG. And then the rest is on the other side. See? So, in real life, right, you would want this to stay in this little packaging, like it was before I blew it up. That's all you would want to see. You don't want to, if this comes out, usually you're in a car accident. Now people don't want that. So you always wanted to keep in their little packaging. But as you can see, this is what it would look like. See? A lot of people want to try to put the airbag in their little cover, which means like this. Like this. A lot of people do this just to try to, so they can, let's say their car is still drivable, but they were in a car accident, okay? It was a car accident, and their airbag went off in a car accident. And their car was still able to be drove home. And a lot of people, of course, whenever the airbag's out like this, it's in their way when they're trying to steer. And so a lot of people have to handle it by driving to their house. So they stick the airbag part in there. Stick the airbag in here like this. Into the parts in the steering wheel and stuff like this. And that would be enough to get them home. So it would look kind of like this. It would be kind of like this. And as you can see, this is what it looked like. This is a seam. See how it's ripped right in half? That's your airbag. And as you can see, the seam was inside, but now you can see where the seam was. See? And then a lot of people who do this to try to get home because, as you can see, it's deployed. A lot of people try to stick the airbag in there so they can still drive home. That is if, like, if let's say they were in a little fender bender, okay, with a deer or animal, and the airbag were to go out, and they knew they could still drive home. There wasn't anything done with the radiator just hit the bumper and deployed the airbag. So they need to get home somehow. So they sometimes like to stick the airbag in the steering wheel underneath the cover, and then they just fold the cover back over them. Even though the airbag can inflate, the cover is trash. As the airbag came out, see, it's trash. You can't see, it won't stay. It won't stay. See, it won't stay right here. See, because the only holding the cover together was the seam. There was some seam left in there. But what happened is when the airbag went off, let me show you it. When the airbag deployed, it looked like that. When the airbag deployed, the seam tore and allowed it to come open. As you can see, this one didn't come open. This one's smaller, so it just opened up like this. And it bent. It literally, when it deployed, the reason it won't stay shut is because when the airbag went off, it bent the hinge. The airbag, when it came off, when this flipped open like this, it bent the hinge that held it shut, the little hinging seam, which was on the side. A little hinging seam busted, and that stopped, and that bent. So the seam, and the only thing that was holding this together was the seam. There was a little guide cut. I used this knife. I used this knife right here. I used this knife and used the tip to make the guide cut, which would rip. which would rip. So when the airbag went off, it not only it did a number on the cover. The cover is literally all an airbag. All the cover is it's a protective covering to stop accidental hitting of the airbag in the small crash. So, and when you see an airbag cover come open, like if you watch on the internet, the airbag is whenever the airbag deploys, the cover actually breaks, like rips in half wherever the seam is. So technically your steering wheel is torn up. It's torn apart. The cover's torn apart as the airbag comes off. So that ripping sound you may have heard was the airbag cover tearing as the airbag went off. So yeah. Ooh, that was good. That wasn't my phone. Oh, that wasn't good. I set this down and it fled. So yeah, I'm glad it didn't break my phone. My phone almost fell on the floor. So yeah, like that. See? So like I said, you would rather have the airbag in this little packaging, but as you can see, the cover bent. See how you can see the bent on the cover. So yeah, you would want to rather see the airbag you would rather see it closed and use it and functioning as the horn button. But as you see, yeah, so like this. See it tears really easy. It tore straight in half. So if you were never in the car and the airbag were to go off, the cover, you don't have to worry about in a car accident having the cover slam into you, because these covers are smaller and they're designed so as the airbag comes in, the cover actually goes over the horn button, or doesn't make it to where your hand is. They're smaller, so they don't make it to your hand. So it's just the airbag that contacts you, not the cover. Because the cover would cut you up, literally, cut you hand open, because they come open so fast. Because it's a sharp piece. But you may feel sometimes you may feel the cover hit may scrape your hand a little bit, but most of the cover stays hooked to the thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching.